Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to our new episode of Life in Lyrics. I am recording artist Ducado VeGA, and Life in Lyrics is the new series where we take my songs, some of your favorites, and we go into an in-depth lyrical breakdown of the songs, and also I give you the backstory of the song. Today I am super excited because we are doing Something Kinda Beautiful. And it is a beautiful, amazing song. I wrote this a few years back, and I love this song. And there's actually a music video for it as well. And it's going to be a joy to present this one to you today. A little bit of the backstory, and then we're going to jump right into it. A little bit of the backstory. It is a song that I wrote about being in love, and it was a really wonderful, beautiful time for me in life and in love, and it was amazing. And the crazy part about the backstory of this song, one of the parts of the song, is that I wrote the song, and then and at the time I was in a long distance relationship, and the person lived in another state, and they were flying into Dallas. I don't know if they were coming in for the week or the weekend, but they were flying into Dallas. And so I hadn't recorded the song yet. And this is crazy. This is a crazy story. Literally, I recorded the song before they got on the plane, while they were flying to Dallas, and mixed it. They didn't know I was going to have the song recorded. It was crazy. And when they got there, when they walked into the door, actually I had recorded two songs, and we haven't done a live lyrics on the other one. But I had recorded this song and then another one, and I played the other song when she walked into where I was staying at the time, and she was just like blown away. So it was really cool. And I want to take a moment before I actually get into the lyric part of the song to talk to you guys about love. And you know, for those of you who are in love, whether you're in love, whether you don't have a love interest right now, or whether you're in a period maybe of uncertainty when it comes to love, or even if you've just gone through a breakup. If you're in love, man, embrace that, hold on to that, cherish that. If you are just kind of single right now, or if you're going through a period of uncertainty, or even if you've just gone through a breakup, I'm going to say this to you: don't give up on love. Love is a beautiful thing, and I've gone through periods where I was madly in love, and then I've gone through periods where I broke up. And there was one point where I thought maybe, this love thing ain't for me. And then I thought to myself, no, man, don't you dare deny yourself the opportunity to walk in such beauty. Love is a beautiful thing. And I know sometimes if you're not with someone and you're single, or if you've gone through a breakup, or even a period of uncertainty in your relationship, it can be really hard, and you can want to give up and just say, man, I don't want to do this anymore. But I'm telling you, man, hang in there. You know what I'm saying? Because it gets better. And if you've lost love, or if you're not in a relationship right now, trust me, and don't even go looking for love. Just be the best you can be, and love will find you. And if you're in a situation where it's uncertain, figure it out. And if it's not going to work, then it is what it is. And if you are in love and it's a beautiful love and you've got a good thing, man, please hold on to that thing. Anyway, let's get to the song. All right, Something Kinda Beautiful. First verse: if I could bottle up what I feel, I could be a rich man. If you were a rock and roll star, I'd be your biggest fan. And at the time, uh, the relationship I was in, I thought to myself, wow, what a beautiful feeling this is. And wow, and if it were that I could take the feeling that I felt and put it into a bottle and sell it on the shelves, I would be absolutely rich, like stupid rich, because it was such an amazing feeling, and this beautiful energy that was created by myself and this other person. it was like, wow, this is worth its weight in gold. And so when I say, if I could bottle up what I feel, I could be a rich man. If you were a rock and roll star, I'd be your biggest fan. And that is so true. At the time, the person, again, who I was with, I was a fan. I was a fan of their swag. I was a fan of their physical beauty. I was a fan of their spiritual beauty, and it was just and if they were a rock star, I'd be writing letters going, "Hey, it's Ducado. I am your biggest fan." But yes, and that's literally what I felt. I felt that much love and that much just joy and just overwhelming beautiful energy that yeah, I was a fan. I was a fan of her as a person. Okay, the next line. All I have to do is see your eyes, and yesterday's pain is gone. No more crowded rooms feeling all alone. And I think at the time, you know, having such a beautiful relationship, it's almost like you forget about everything that's made you feel not good. And so the pain of being in and out of relationships of past that were past, all of that stuff just seemed to dissipate. It disappeared. And it was like, that's gone. And I don't feel that pain anymore. And part of it was because I was in a state where I was healed and I was ready to move and step into something new with someone. So when I got with this person, it was just all the more better because I had taken the time to heal and to lean into the process. And then she and I both were introverted extroverts, if you will, or extroverted introverts, however you want to call it. And so we expressed to each other when we first met each other that a lot of times we'd be in situations where we were in rooms full of people, whether it be a party or a social event, even with family, and we'd be there and it'd be a room full of people, but we'd be feeling like we were there by ourselves. And we both expressed that to each other, that we had felt that feeling. But when we got together, it seemed to change. It was like no more feeling all alone. And then the chorus goes, there's something kind of beautiful. Every time I think of you, you're my angel and heaven sent you. There's something kind of beautiful when I see those pretty eyes. I feel you in my soul. Let's watch the sunrise. So that part of the song is super self-explanatory. I mean, it was everything that I said is everything that I felt. You know, when I said this sun, and I wanted to say it in a way that was like kind of not so direct, but it was just like, but you got the point. When I said there's something kind of beautiful, like it was like it wasn't that she wasn't beautiful. It was that it was a situation where it was like, wow, it's something so different and something so lovely that I couldn't put my finger on. So it's like, it's something kind of beautiful. There's something here. So I wanted to use that in a sense, like a play on words, like I can't put my finger on it, but yeah, it's that. And when I said, every time I think of you, you're my angel and heaven sent you, because I used to call her angel when we first got together. And yeah, it felt like that. It felt like she felt it was an angel. She was an angel, you know? And so I felt a deep sense of love and belonging and alignment with this person. And then it says, something kind of beautiful when I see those pretty eyes. She's got beautiful eyes. I feel you in my soul. Let's watch the sunrise. Now that part, here we go, TMI. So when she lived in California, and so when we first visited each other, she was actually going to come to Dallas to visit me. And I said, you know what? I'm going to go to Cali first. And I told this story actually in Hello, but I'm telling it again. So when I went to California, you know, it was insane because, okay, it was insane because I was sleeping, we were asleep, Um, and so her windows were open behind her bed, and like I felt the sun coming into the room. And I woke up and I woke her up, and I was like, wow. And we literally, well, actually, that was the first instance of feeling that beautiful morning air. There was another instance where she actually took me to a beach, and it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? And we were at a beach at 6 o'clock in the morning. It was just us out by the beach, sitting on a blanket. And we were sitting there in the bay, and we watched the sun come up that morning. That's actually what that line is from. We went to the bay, and we just sat there on a blanket, and it was the craziest because I'd never done that before with anyone. So it was beautiful. And so yeah, we actually watched the sunrise. So that's where that's where that particular line came from. Okay, verse 2. If I talk to you another minute, it still won't be enough. Show me all that real good stuff. 10 more hours on my telephone. I'm crazy, crazy for the sound of your voice in my ear. It's just how it's going down. Okay. If I talk to you another minute, it still won't be enough. Show me all that real good stuff. We stayed on the phone all the time, like all day, like literally, like we would wake up in the morning, we stayed on the phone all day and all night. We did, like, and it was a point where I had a certain phone company, and so they were, they charge about a minute after a while. So, but they were like, they had a plan where I could get a certain amount of people, and I could talk to them unlimited. And she was one of those people. So we like, and one of my buddies worked at this phone company at the time, and so I would go into the location to pay my bill, and he would look and see how many hours were logged on my phone and how much talk time he was going. Dude, Jesus Christ, who are you talking to, bro? Because we would just be on the phone. I'd be at my job, and she'd be on the phone, and I'd be walking around with my headset in, and she'd be on the phone, and all day. It was crazy. Like it was out of control. I've done that only with one other person, to where we weren't on the phone all day, but I've done that with one other person where we were on the phone all night long. So only two people in my life that's ever happened with, and the person, something kind of beautiful person, was one of them. And then it says, show me all that real good stuff. Well, we had this little joke. I was like, what you thinking about? And she would be like, stuff. And I'd be like, girl, you better stop. And then, and I'd be like, so what we doing when we get home? And she gonna be like, stuff. And I was like, oh no. So when I say show me all that real good stuff, it was a little cute inside joke we had. 10 more hours on the telephone. I'm crazy, crazy for the sound of your voice in my ear. Is just how it's going down. And basically, I explained to you, we were on the phone hella long, like all day, sometimes it was insane. And like I said, but it was that type of love. It was that type of vibration. It was that type of alignment that we had. It was insane. And yeah, so that's how it went down, and it's legit. Like I still got the paper phone bills from way back then to prove how, because I was like, I gotta keep this. This is insane. It's gonna be a story one day. Um, and then we come to the bridge. All these changes going through is the prelude to having you. Are we strangers in another land? Come on, be my forever. Take my hand. And basically, it was different because I'd never really been in a long distance relationship. So it was like all these changes going through is the prelude to having you, because I almost moved to the West Coast. I really had decided, I was like, I'm leaving Texas. I'm gonna move to California, because I was like, that's who I want to be with, and we had made up our mind. And then all of a sudden she was like, well, look, like, and this is the real part of the story. She's like, dude, you got kids, and you got little kids, and are and I wasn't gonna leave my children, or whatever. And she's like, nah, man, I can't let you move here. Like, I got to move there. And so we went through this thing back and forth. Like, what are we going to do? And so we eventually, she's like, I'm moving there with you. We're going to be together. I'm going to move because, that way you don't have to try to uproot your kids if you do move here or whatever. Because the one thing about my situation with me was, and this is about my kids, and this is kind of personal, but I was the custodial parent to my two youngest daughters. So if I moved to California, my kids were going to come with me. I wasn't going to leave my kids. My kids were coming. So she's like, nah, man, you don't move your kids. I'm coming there. And so those were the changes. And it was the prelude to having her. And I said, are we strangers in another land? Come on, be my forever. Take my hand. Because in a real sense, Texas is like its own country and California is its own country. So we were strangers. It was like we knew each other through time, but we didn't know each other personally. And there was no vetting. I had nobody I could ask about her and her personality and her family. She had nobody she could ask about me because I'm here in Texas. She's there. And so we were literally strangers in the sense that we were new in the relationship and we lived in different lands. And like I said, if you know Texas is its own country basically. And California, they their own country. It's just like having like two countries. So it was like literal, wow. And so we had to figure that out. And I said, well, come on, be my forever, take my hand. Because in the sense I knew, it was almost like an invite that, I would marry you. You know what I'm saying? And so, but it was more take my hand, join me here, where I am in Texas, and then we'll figure this thing out. And so that's a part of it. And then it's something kind of beautiful. Every time I think of you, you're my angel and heaven sent you. Something kind of beautiful. When I see those pretty eyes, I feel you in my soul. Let's watch the sunrise. And that is the story of Something Kind of Beautiful. And just as I said at the beginning, if you've got a beautiful love thing, man, hang on to that thing. If you're in between relationships and you're single, or you're in a period where you're being tested, or there's uncertainty, or you've just gone through a breakup, do not give up on love. It is for you. We are love. All of us together. We're one. We're all the same. We're all one. And we're all love. We're all vessels. And if you've got to go on a journey of healing or processing, do that. Be okay with you. Love you first. First person you fall in love with is the person in the mirror. Like I literally have a little note on my bathroom mirror, and I say I love you 10 times every day to myself. After I brush my teeth, I say I love you 10 times to myself. And that's where love starts. Love starts with you. It does not start externally. It does not start with someone outside of you. It starts within you. You are love. We are built for love. We're made for love. So don't give up on love. If you're in a situation where you're either uncertain or you've just broken up or you don't have anybody right now, don't give up. Look, it's so wonderful. Love is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And somewhere out there in the cosmos, it's for you. And if you have a love, hold on to it. Hold on to it. Now, there are different versions of love. Of course, we have the love of our family, siblings and mother and father. But being that I was talking about a love song, Something Kind of Beautiful is a love song written about a relationship. That's what I want to touch on today. So you know what? Don't give up on love. Don't give up on love. Love yourself first. Be the love of your life. Be your own love of your life. And then and embrace healing and embrace the beauty of just living the best you can live. And I guarantee something really wonderful is going to find you. You ain't even got to look for it. It's looking for you right now. And with that being said, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. I said, thank y'all. I love our little bloopers, and I'm going to leave it in too. Thank y'all so much for joining me for Life in Lyrics. This has been a really beautiful, refreshing episode because it's just talking about love has got a big old huge smile on my face, and it's because I love you guys and I love being able to do this and I love being able to share with you. So thank y'all for being here. Something Kind of Beautiful is available on all streaming platforms. Now, let me tell you something. You gotta spell it a certain way. So it's not something, it's something. SOMETHIN. Kinda, KINDA, and then the word beautiful is the way it's supposed to be spelled. But Something Kinda Beautiful. Also, there's a amazing, really cool music video to this as well, and it is on YouTube. So go check the Something Kinda Beautiful music video out. Man, I love y'all so much, and this has once again been Life in Lyrics. Thank you so much for joining me, and we got plenty more to come. And remember, out of the shadow, we become the light.
Hey mama, I'm really digging you, and I know you're digging me, and for anybody who don't like it, whatever.